back to Take It Slow Homestead. I'm Carol, and today I'm going to take you with me as I show you something that I think is pretty exciting. So while we're waiting to get to that point, I'll let you follow me around and just see what I've been doing this morning. So the first thing I did was get a roast going. So there's my roast, onions from the garden, whoa, steam, garlic, I think that was from the store that my daughter-in-law bought for me. I do have some garlic that I grew, but have to use what came first, right? So yeah, got a roast going there. Put in some lovage, some seasoning salt, pepper, parsley from the garden. And so we got that going. And have it set to simmer at low. Okay, so that's good. Over here, I've got a bunch of carrots that I just went out and harvested. The reason why some of them are tiny is because I was clearing out an area, and these are the carrots that I got out of a small area in my planting bed so that I can plant a pepper start. And it will be a miracle if I get a pepper off of it this late in the season. So now let's turn that light off, put on the shoes, comfortable old garden shoes, and head on outside. Okay, first of all, I have some beautiful snapdragons growing out here, and they're doing pretty well right now. There's some gaillardias mixed in with them. Gaillardia grows really well around here. In fact, it grows like a weed. So we have to thin it out occasionally and cut off the ones that have gone to seed if we don't want it to take over the whole yard, right? But this year I also planted some zinnias, and I put a few right here, and I think they're just beautiful. Pretty good size too. I planted the giants so you can see how big they are. That one's pretty big. So there's these beautiful pinks, and so that's what I put right there in that little patch. Next year I plan on planting more of those zinnias. We walked past our currant bush. I decided to put an edible bush in my front yard. Kind of trying to block out the noise from the cars, but oh well. We'll just go back in the backyard, work our way back there, and get away from that noise. Okay, over here in this cute little flower bed that my son built for me last year, I also planted some zinnias. So there they are. And if the season holds out long enough, they will produce even more from their side shoots. If you remember, this is the same flower bed where I planted strawberries there last year, and yeah, that didn't work, but I'm going to enrich that soil and try again. So this is the closest thing I have to a dog. Cute little pot out there, decorative pot. And this is lavender. And I have some volunteer petunias, which is amazing for us here in this area to have almost anything that's volunteer. Except, of course, the gaillardias. They're volunteer. This is a cherry bush. So the amazing thing that I want to show you, well, it's not the corn patch, that's for sure. It is my green beans. And they are really starting to produce. So I'll be harvesting these today. Actually, I forgot to bring out my little basket, but I'll go get it. Harvest them. Look at that. Isn't that great? And I think I threw away my seed packet. I don't know if these are Blue Lake or not. I kind of doubt it because they look a little different to me than what the Blue Lake has looked like for me in the past. But they are beautiful. I'm looking forward to harvesting those. Freezing a few, bottling a few. We call it bottling because we use bottles. A lot of people call it canning because it's called canning too. So, anyway, there's my parsley. It needs to be harvested also. Hopefully today, after it cools off, probably this evening, I'll be coming out here and taking out the rest of those pea plants. They have already produced all they're going to, and I need to just accept the fact that they're done instead of holding out for one more handful, right? And then there will be room for the tomatoes that I put out there. There's one right here, a tomato plant right here, that I came out and put a cage around it the other day. It was lying down, whatever it was doing. And it's interesting because, you know, I always heard that tomatoes will root all up and down their stem. Well, this tomato plant had already rooted from its stem, which was about a foot away from where it went into the ground, where it was planted. About a foot away from that, on the stem that was lying on the ground, it rooted. And so I actually put the cage around that new root area of the plant instead of the original place where it went in the ground. So if that makes sense to you. So I've got a cage around there, one of the little cages that if your tomatoes have a chance to get pretty big, those small cages, they just don't cut it. So it's good to buy the sturdiest cages that you can. The biggest tomato is right here in this really sturdy cage. And it's going up to there. It's about, I'd say, 4 feet tall. Tallest one. So far so good. I know some of you grow tomato plants clear up the wall and over the top of the roof. Look what I've got there. Yay! First tomato of the year. They better hurry. Alright, got my sprinkler going on back there. It's a dry morning, so really have to get things watered. I pruned back some of these evening primrose that were lying over the path, so that looks better. So we'll just turn around this way and head on out. So got my work cut out for me today with these green beans. Yeah, this is a better view with the light. So, yay! That's awesome. Exciting. I'm excited about that. out here in the raised bed. This is the area of the carrot patch that I pulled those carrots from just a little while ago. And right about here is where I'm going to plant my little pepper start, just a green bell pepper. It will get full sun. I hope that is a good spot for it. And my goal is to actually plant all the seedlings that I have left, which are mostly flowers. Except for this little spot right here where I'll plant the pepper. While we're here, walk past our deer fence. The parsley, not parsley, the celery looks like it's catching hold. Doing okay. And here is the kale forest of little kale palm trees. And just as I suspected, they're continuing to grow out of the tops of the plants. So it's ready for harvest again. I need to do that today too. There's always so much fun to have. A little update on the little tiny plant right there, the eggplant. There's that one. I didn't show the first one down there by the celery, and then there's the other one right here. They're taking hold. And now, I'm not kidding you, this eggplant, it grows 4 inches every day. I can't believe it. It's just getting big, lots of blossoms now. I'm waiting to find the first actual plant. Eggplant, that is. First actual fruit. So I hope the pollinators are doing their job. So yeah, there's the raised bed. Okay. In order to avoid any more interruptions, from all that traffic going past. Oh man, here comes a great big truck. So we'll just end this video. I finished harvesting my first considerable good sized batch of green beans. And so there they are. I will freeze those first by cutting off the ends and the tips. So here's the stem end. Cut that off about down to there. And then the tip, that spiky thing, they're not very fun to eat. I will cut those off about down to there. And then I will cut the beans in about 1-inch chunks or so, and bite size. Then I will blanch them for 4.5 minutes at my altitude. And then I will cool them off and package them up and freeze them. So that's the plan for my first batch of green beans. Yay! And then I also harvested the parsley. So my first batch of parsley from my yard, my daughter-in-law gave me a bunch of parsley from their herb garden. So I've already dried that. And then this is the first batch from my little pot of parsley. And I will show you actually what I was able to get from, where did I put it? Oh, I had to move it. So we're going to take a walk in here, show you what I got from the parsley that my daughter-in-law gave me. Got this jar. I like to crunch it up just the way I like to use it, so that when I go to use it I don't have to do anything but sprinkle it out of the container. So this one is full This is just an old Parmesan cheese container that I washed so I could use it later, because I hate throwing stuff away, especially plastic containers. So you can ask my kids, they'll tell you that I like to save beautiful junk. Well, it comes in handy sometimes. So, for example, for this parsley. Okay, so I did that. Got those two things harvested. I need to take care of both of these beans and the parsley, and I will take care of those today. Those carrots, of course, are for the roast. I also have, let's go clear back here in this sack. I have some potatoes that I got from a friend of mine. Oh, they're these kind, red potatoes. So I have a little sack of those, and I'm going to throw those in the roast too. If it's too many for the roast, then I will make some French fries out of the rest of them. That will be yummy. So thank you for following me around the garden today. Oh, whoops. I have to put my hand in the right place. There we go. I was really excited to get the green beans, as you know. And also to see that the parsley was ready was great. I was glad to get that. And it was fun just to see how things are growing today. It's nice just to go out in your garden a few times a day without having to work in it, and just look around, see how things are growing, and enjoy it. Just enjoy the beauty of your garden. So don't forget to do that. And remember that even when you take it slow, you can accomplish a lot. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.